Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and in this old video there is going to be a tarot forecast for all of the star signs for the week 19th of May up until May 25th, 2025. And the reason that I'm doing it in all video it is because I was quite sick, so I didn't have the time to put it into 12 separate videos, which is going a lot of work into doing so. So that's why today's or this week's format is going to be one long video. So again, bear in mind that these are generalized reading, and for personal ones you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below, and also you can see it on your screens right now. And with that said, the first star sign that I'm going to read for, this is going to be Aries. So let me give it a good shuffle and see what kind of a week you're going to have moving forward. All right, so the first card for Aries, that will be Queen of Cups, followed by the second one, which is a Six of Swords. And the third one, that will be Ten of Cups here. So that is going to be primarily, for what it seems, a week of friendships. One friendship in particular that is going to stand out, which is going to, at least according to these cards, pretty unconditional one. The person that is going to show up to be an unconditional friend of yours is going to be someone that you can always rely on, always kind of like find a shoulder to cry on if you so need, and someone that can truly offer a moral and emotional support. So that is someone that can truly understands what you're going through, what kind of a situation you are in, and how you feel in general. And aside from the friendships, you can use that week to make quite of a good plans, or rather like a solid plans for the future regarding your career, regarding your love life, if you will. And the key to making these plans, it is that you do not overthink about the conditions under which those plans are going to come to fruition. What is going to be important this week, it is just to set a long-term goal, if you will. So that was for Aries, and the next star sign that I'm going to read for, this is going to be Taurus. So let me do the shuffle here. Excuse me, still recovering. Seven of Swords. Then it is the Moon. And then the third one that you do have, Taurus, that will be the Lovers. So it does look like that you are going to have quite of a strong dilemma in this week. What is going to come down to, it is whether you should use your resources. And when I say resources, I do mean literally everything, like your money, your time, your efforts, your nerves as well, if you will, into helping someone that it is, say, either close to you, let's put it that way, helping your colleague. Or you should put these resources into helping yourself. You can do one of the two, you cannot do both. So ultimately how things are going to stand about, it is whether you should do what you think you have to do, or whether you should do what you want to do. But again, you cannot have it both. This week also is going to touch on your personal life, on your love life, if you will. And it's going to come down to whether you can synchronize with the person of interest or with the person you are with currently, and whether that is going to serve you emotionally in terms of not putting you into an emotional distress and giving you a question marks, like emotional obscurity, like making you emotionally unstable about what the future is bringing down. And finally, for you, Taurus, very important that this week you stand your ground. Whatever you think you have been owed, whatever you think you deserve, you need to claim. So there is going to be a lot of instances out there where you will have to storm the situation in order to get what you think you deserve. So that was for Taurus. Next one, that will be Gemini. Justice. Then it's the Queen of Swords. And the third one, that is going to be the Emperor. So you Gemini, you are for a hell of a week moving forward. There is going to be a lot riding on you. There is going to be a lot of responsibilities that you need to fit on. A lot of things are going to depend on you, on your performance, or on your decision making as well, and in generally on your involvement into them. And without you, without your interference, without your involvement, nothing will be able to be pushed through. But in order for you to push things through, it will be important that you do take away, you absolve the whole situation of your bias and of your preferences as well. So it's important that you act extremely professionally throughout the week. And should you do so, you are going to reap a strong, very, very big rewards at the end of the enterprises and at the end of the endeavors as well. So this week it is where you are going to show that you are not someone to be trifled with. You aren't someone to be fucked around with, all right? You are a formidable force. You are a formidable worker or a person for the job. And you know, you're gonna destroy enemies and foes also. But the good thing here as well, it is that aside from that, you're going to be very busy with work, you're going to be very busy solving problems and reaping the rewards of that. You're also going to find some time for yourself and indulging yourself with the things you like to do. But ultimately, the result of this week is going to allow you to get a better grip of control over your life. Next one, that will be Cancer. Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Four of Wands. That is going to be the week where you're going to come up to an agreement with an individual that being out there, someone that you are, for example, leading an active negotiations with, or someone that you just want to get on a common ground with. And what you can offer to that person, whether to a business partner, a person of interest that you do have, is going to be something that they not just only like, but also something that they can make use of and something that they need currently in order to get to the next phase of their lives and as well of their endeavors. Or long story short, you have something that the other side that it is significant for you needs, and this week that is going to become clear. So pretty much you're going to have a leverage. And that is also described here by the Knight of Cups, because the other side, while the solution is going to work for them, they are also going to be requested to give something in return that will allow you to have that leverage in a sense of, well, I would put it that way. Under normal circumstances, they wouldn't give it. So it will be a balance within this week in between the giving and taking and the resolution, so to speak. The agreement is going to serve equally well for either of you. So simultaneously is going to make sense. It will be logical. It will be a nice and pleasant process, and it will work at the end. So it does look like that you and whomever you are trying to get through to and you are trying to make things work with is about to happen. Okay, next one, Leo. Three of Wands, Seven of Cups, Justice. So you will significantly going to overdo yourself. What I mean here for you, Leo, it is that you will do more than is required, or you will realize that you can do more than it is required. So I don't know how to fit that in, but I really want to say it. When I watched Batman: The Dark Knight, I really love the sentence that the Joker gave, that if you can do something, you should never do it for free. So this week, because you can do more at work, for example, you are given certain responsibilities and you see that they're a piece of cake, so you can definitely do more. You're going to have the thought to do it, but you know, the urge to make things more challenging for yourself, okay? And take on more responsibility, bigger tasks, bigger goals, because the goals that you in ordinary has to do with, it's just like I said, walk in a park, already established pattern, already a foundation that you're stepping on, so it's not a big deal for you. You can definitely take bigger load. Just ask for more in return, because being signified with the Justice here next to the Three of Wands, it means that whatever you give in extra, you should receive in extra as well, and it is possible for you to receive in extra. But on the minus side of the things for you, Leo, is that a certain hopes that you do have for the distant future, at least at that point, will come up to your awareness that they cannot be accomplished at that stage. Okay. Next, Virgo. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords. It's a week of self-reflection for you, Virgo, and reflecting on those aspects which are problematic for you. Or in other words, how you are making your life harder to yourself, identifying those aspects and fixing them. Not being afraid, okay, to admit that, because you are, for example, too mild with, say, your children, if you don't have any, they are crossing certain lines in their behavior towards you and are are abusing your kindness, for example, and this is making your day-to-day routine problematic. So it needs fixing. Or in other words, and primarily is going to be related with people. So in other words, this is going to be a week where you are going to build up some boundaries where people cannot cross, and therefore this does not make your life harder just because you want to show kindness to those that at least at that stage pretty much do not deserve it. But also throughout the week, it's possible for you to change some spending habits as well, to change some behavioral issues that you may have with your friends. Like, for example, you're always kind and honest with a friend of yours, but they always betray your trust and are humiliating you in a certain situations. So that style of behavior is also likely to change in you, and it's more like polishing the interaction you do have with life that does not prove itself being beneficial to you at all. That is going to be the process within this week. Next, Libra. Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. So the week is going to be full of surprises for you. Wherever you are facing difficulties, there is always going to be a way out, and there is always going to be a way how to transform a failure or almost failure into a, if you will, a colossal success. But it is important that within the week you do have that not just only entrepreneur, but also, what was the word? Opportunistic nature. Wherever things starts to shift, because they're going to start, circumstances are going to start shifting almost constantly. There are going to be constant surprises, constant around turns into everything. The evening cannot be compared to the morning. Is going to be night and day for you. The day may start in a super shitty way and may end up being a super productive, right? So it's very, very important that you do go on a whim with your day and with the things in generally that you do throughout the week. And how can I put it into words? One of the primary things that you can rely on throughout the week, it is a helping hand. You're always going to have an available helping hand that can come around whenever you do need it. One condition for you throughout the week, it is that if you are to involve yourself with something, say you promise something or you start on an enterprise, you should see it through to the very end. Otherwise, it will have a very bad consequences for you, or a not bad, but I would say a unpleasant consequences for you. But long story short, here, don't give up to the very, very end, because at the very, very end, it is a big possibility that if things are going south, you can make a reversal there. Okay, so next, that will be next, Scorpio. Strength, Three of Wands, the Hierophant. A big project or a big goal. That is going to be the leading thing, the lead theme for us Scorpio throughout the week. Something that it is, first, seemingly above our pay grade right now. So most likely a thing that we have a clue about, but not exactly being very skilled into, I would say, not exactly being maverick into the field. That could be a proposal for a job. It could be an offer for making business with someone, or just a offer for a raise here, a promotion, was my point. And it's important that we take on the challenge. Now, this challenge is going to have its ups and downs moving forward into the future. Okay, at some point we may even kind of like end up in a state where we wonder why we take it on, meaning that we may question ourselves whether we are good enough or not, whether we can handle it or not. Well, we can. And should we not give up, it does look like that we will be able to conquer new shores. So primarily business reading here for a Scorpio business week, a lot of work and a lot of concepts which are going to be established throughout the week, how our business, our career is going to move forward. In terms of the romantic side for the Scorpio, this week is going to be more passionate than usual, but that is because the good expectations that we may have in terms of our love life is going to be more or less fulfilled. Okay, next, Sagittarius. King of Swords, Page of Swords, Five of Swords. So Sagittarius, you guys gotta be very, very careful, because that looks like a person who is going to try to steal your idea or to apply your idea, your concept in their own way, and is gonna leave you hanging out there. So it's going to be important that you do first trust your healthy sense of mistrust, and second, be very conservative, sharing out loud with the collective what you think about your future, how you think your future is going to unfold, and what you want to do moving forward. Additionally to it, you should refrain yourself from getting into conflict with the people on a higher station of yours, like your manager, your supervisor, because it does look like that they are going to use and as well abuse their power into crushing you. So this week you have to be, at least according to these cards, you should be very defensive, and to top it all off, someone who is with their, head being bowed. On the flip side, should you face any difficulties, consulting yourself with a person who is professional into the field, like for example, if you have difficulties with your finances, going to a financial advisor, you have difficulties with your health in any way, going into a medical doctor is going to provide a solution to your problem, a therapy or a strategy that is going to be very effective, and therefore resolution to the problem. Okay, next, Capricorn. Six of Pentacles, I'm sorry, Six of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. So you will receive a niche opportunity to develop and further the goal you have currently, that is going to exclude everybody else but you. So that is something very personal. That is something that connects and relates only with you and does not depend on anyone else. It does not depend on your wife, on your husband, on your children, on your friends, on your family members. That is something completely yours. Like, for example, if you have a goal to make your own business, that is going to be the week where you will have the opportunity to manifest that, to further that goal. And depending on whatever goal you have, you can expect that the week is going to be very lucrative or a very harmonious. But long story short, you will be able to handle it on your own. That is going to be the main topic. You have a target, and you will be able to complete that target on your own, not using anyone's help, and therefore all the benefits are going to be yours to reap. And that is going to result in a big content, exhilaration, glee, and a lot of enthusiasm to keep on going forward, which is going to be harder than you might think, because that week will be easy going for the most part, very naturally developing. But from there on moving forward, it will require more effort than anticipated. So it's good person to be hopeful, but this hope needs to not be a blind one. That is what I am trying to say here. Okay. Next, that will be Aquarius. Judgment. Six of Cups. King of Pentacles. So it's a realization of what you gotta do. This week is going to be a call of fate, a wake-up call, if you will. So think of it that way. Currently, you are finding yourself in a situation that it's not like you don't have any options available, but either of these options available carries on certain compromise you gotta do. Okay? And it carries on pros and cons. So, in other words, a bit of a dilemma. And the week is going to open up another option available. Like, I want to give you an example. Say we're talking about love life, and you do have two options available in front of you. Let's say that you are a man and you have two women that are interested in you. One of the women fits you very well emotionally, but not physically. The other one fits you very well physically, but not emotionally. So either of them has pros and has cons. Well, that week is going to present you a third woman that fits you both physically and emotionally. But in order to take that option, you will have to do something you will, I don't want to say hate yourself doing, but something that it's not going to be pleasant for you to do. Like, for example, to cut these two women off and hurt their feelings. So that is going to be the week. An option that suits you perfectly, an option for work, but you have to leave, your colleagues hanging, an option for love, but you have to cut off someone that is interested in you, an option for a vacation, for example, but your friends that want to go on a vacation with you will not going to be able to come there, and so on and so forth. These are just for example. So this week offers you an option that will serve you, but no one else. And the others that are involved in that option, but not anyone else. So it's an option that you will have to take, and the process of taking it, you will not gonna like one bit, because it's going to involve you leaving a thing that you are in a process of developing right now behind or unfinished. And last but not least, that will be Pisces. First one for you, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Nine of Cups. So you Pisces, within this week, you're going to be on one of the most right tracks in your life, or in your recent future, I should say, than you can imagine. So that is going to be the week where you will be able to make the most out of the things that are beneficial for you, that are making you happy, okay, and that are making you feel the fullness of life as life is. In generally, that is going to be the week where you're going to have super fluent and harmonious relationship, if you are in a relationship, to strike very good deals in your business in generally, to make money as well. But that all comes to on a foundation of the actions you have already done and the choices you have already made. Going back on your word or going back on your actions, doing something that is out of your character, makes everything falls apart. So this is the week where if you keep on doing what you are doing right now, is going to lead you to a not just only success, but also a security. Is going to lead you to money if what you are after. Is going to lead you to love if what you are after. Is going to lead you to good business partnerships if that you are after, and whatever you are after. Okay, but just keep on doing what you're doing. Do not change your strategy, at least according to these cards. So with that said, that was the weekly readings. Hopefully you do enjoy them and you do like them, guys, and hopefully we're going to see each other around. Until then, bye.